You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales. Streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
What's going on, everybody? So good to see you guys. We're here on Triple T. We're going to have a really freaking great show. Okay, so as normal, we have another awesome guest on today, who I have chatted with many times, who I've worked with. Like, this is just becoming a thing. And I love being able to reconnect with these people and hang out with these people. And this guy actually has his own universe. His own, and I mean, we all have our own universes, but there's so much, so many characters in this universe, like so much more than most of the other indies that I've spoken to. And these characters, like, actually in books and stuff. So I'm super excited to find out all about this. You guys are going to have a blast here with myself and Adam Barnhart today. It's going to be freaking phenomenal. And of course, we've got trivia. We've got an awesome prize pack for the winner. It's going to be amazing. So whatever you do not go anywhere, because all the action is right here on the EXP, and we'll see you right after this.
You make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
Adam, what's going on, dude?
Chuck, what's going on, man? How you been?
I've been good, man. What about yourself?
Busy as ever. Busy as ever, but I can't complain one dang bit.
So I was going to ask you, because this is before we get going on the comic and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I need to ask about your mental health.
What about it? Have you been seeing my tweets or what?
So you've got a comic shop that you just opened up, what, within the last year?
Yeah, we'll be 1 year old November 4th.
Okay, so you've got a comic shop. You're continuing your work on the Riot verse with this newest Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a new kid. How old's the newest kid?
4 months. He's right there. He's sleeping right now. So
that's Elliot, right? Elliot's 4 months old.
4 months old, just over 4 months. We have a new kitty. His name is Loomis, after Billy Loomis, and then his middle name's Fox, after Fox Mulder. So here's Loomis. He'll probably be in here. Then we have another one right here. He's chilling out, named Colby Jack, and then the other one's over there. So
the chat loves animals. So you're already winning everybody over, man.
Hey, Loomis, come back.
right? But you're doing so much stuff. You just got married, like, what, back in 2022?
Yes, she says
yes. Dude, don't turn to her.
She says yes.
She says yes. So did your Facebook. I did my research.
Yes.
That's freaking awesome. You've got to be like, how is it? All this stuff happening at once? Like,
we're doing good. I think we're doing really good. It's the good thing is the shop, none of us depend on it as like a full-time gig. So I think it's most of our like personal hangout spot. But yeah, no, man.
It's before we get sorry, keep going.
No, it's just taking some tweaking here and there, but I think we're starting to handle it pretty well.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. That's just that's freaking cool. So I should go buy a lottery ticket. Let's say Chuck names 3 times to see if I did appear. I'm here. Tell us first about Meltdown Comics, because we here, like at EXP, we're big proponents of the LCS. So first off, tell us about Meltdown before we get into the Riotverse.
We this is a title we wear proudly, but we may be the smallest comic shop, both in square footage and both in market share. We are Meltdown Games and Comics based in Pocahontas, Iowa. We have like 1,800 people in town, I think.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, it's the good thing is we do have games and comics. Magic the Gathering's huge here in town, so that allows us to dip our toes into comics.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been really good for us, man. It's interesting because you see, uh, people have never been able. I mean, think of like Twin Peaks vibes almost. Just think of
Yeah.
like this town out in the boonies. There's nothing to do, and then all of a sudden, like the closest thing's an hour away in each direction, and a comic store opens up, and it's been cool. There's been uh, kids come in. There's this one customer who loves all things Invincible, and each time
Oh,
they come
nice.
in, they get a new trade paperback because Image is going through reprinting all those. What with the animated show and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's interesting, man. So I have one side as a comic creator, and then I have one side as a comic journalist, and then a third side as a comic retailer. So I'm just trying to cover all my bases.
Oh,
Um,
you covered them pretty well, it looks like.
yeah, I don't know what else I can do to get more into comics. So
Right? And I mean, comic fan as well, right? Like,
yeah,
so,
comic reader.
yeah,
Yeah, so I think I
you,
have the whole
you've got
cube
all
of.
four bases covered, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, that's awesome. Did you find with Meltdown that you had to create a lot of I'm very interested in that. Did you find that you had to create a lot of community connections, or did the community just kind of get excited about the fact that you guys were going to be there and kind of glom on right away?
I think number two of that. We
Yeah.
were
Oh,
fortunate enough. We had a big lead time before we opened. Uh, my mother joked that we are probably spent the most out of any shop in town on pre-marketing. We were marketing the shop before it was even open, just to build awareness and get that community built. Um, but no, we opened, man, and it was huge from the leap. We still have Friday Night Magic. We still have new comics every Wednesday,
nice.
um, and all that stuff. So it's been good, man.
Are you? Is there any thoughts of having yourself do a signing there at some point, or are you like,
I have. I have
yeah?
last. Yeah, hell yeah, I have. Last November, the Chamber of Commerce does an art walk on the Saturday after Black Friday. So they pair that with like some Small Business Saturday. So what they do to drive the business to Small Business Saturday is they try to have an artist at each downtown business. And we had opened up just 2 weeks prior, 3 weeks prior to Small Business Saturday. So the chamber was like, "Well, do you want to just set up at your business?" And I said, "Hell yeah!" I sold comics, man.
Yeah, I
I
bet you
sold
did.
comics, and yeah, people bought them. Um, but yeah, so yes, to answer your question, yes, I have considered setting up for signing at my own shop, and I already have, and I probably
So why
will
don't right? So why don't we get into the Riot verse and what we're here to talk about today?
again.
So tell us what are you kickstarting right now?
So what I'm kickstarting right now is a book called Keepers of the Cosmos. It is the first cosmic tale within the Rideverse, spinning out of the pages of Shit Show, formerly of Scout Comics. Now I'm self-publishing that, but it spins directly out of there. If anyone's read that first volume, and then it builds upon that and explores the universe further. Man, I love cosmic stories. The Adam Warlock's one of my favorite characters,
Gosh.
Nova, Green Lantern, all that. So I'm exploring the furthest reaches of space in a really fun and silly way. And I had so much fun writing this, and I had so much fun seeing the art come in.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and now we're kickstarting it, man.
And so, how like before, of course, everything was going through Scout. Now that it's going through you, are you guys still going through Diamond or?
No, so we're just kickstarting stuff for now.
Yeah.
We have had some discussions with other publishers about the various titles. So we'll see. I think everyone will tell you that the direct market and crowdfund markets might as well be two completely separate deals. Yeah, we might head back in the direct market sometime. We'll see how it goes.
Well,
Yeah, well, I think we'll probably see some through Diamond or Lunar
yeah.
in the month ahead.
No, that's dude. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. So even when it comes to your books,
Mhm.
you're obviously able to get them into comic shops. At least one, we're sure of that.
For sure. Yeah.
For sure. Did your partners give you a hassle at all when you were like, "Hey, let's make a little section"? And like, we wanted some good stuff on here. Like, were they
You
being
mean my
bugged
business
about it?
partners?
Yeah.
So my business partners are my wife and my parents. I'm too humble. I don't like promoting my own stuff, and it's terrible. I don't know why I say that because I'm here promoting my own stuff, but they're like, "Yeah, you should set up your comics on this little
Yeah.
rack." So
So
I'm setting
what
up my
I would
comics.
say is you're an indie guy,
Mhm.
have an indie section and get
Very
in touch
easy.
with some indies who are willing to, say they send you stuff on spec and then you pay them back as you guys sell through or however you guys decide to do it. That's up to you. But you can have a section.
Mhm.
Therein you can put your books in there and have them signed, but then there would also be a ton of other people's stuff and whatnot. So that way you're still showing everything off, but also you get to show yourself off. So it doesn't feel as much egocentric.
Right. I like that.
Well, you know what? That's yours for free.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I got you, man. I got you. Um,
Thank you.
and where are you guys located, by the way?
Pocahontas, Iowa. It is a real town. The one of the premieres of the animated movie was here in 1994. It's in Northwest Iowa. It's like 2 hours east of Sioux City, 3 hours northeast of Omaha, 6 hours west of Chicago, probably 12 hours south of where you're at. I don't know. Yeah, if you guys know Sioux City, like that's the biggest
Yeah.
city, quote unquote, we're by. But yeah, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, man.
Well, if you guys are ever in Pocahontas, go check out Meltdown Comics. I'm sure you'll have a blast and bug them and tell them, hey, where's the indie section? And they'll get on it.
Yes.
So you're kickstarting Keepers of the Cosmos. What issue are we on now?
So we're on every issue ever made so far. The first issue was published by Scout through the direct market. And then, like I said, we got the rights to that back. The second issue's been done, hasn't been released yet. The third issue's been 99% done, hasn't been released yet. So we are just dumping them all at once because we want to keep telling stories, and we want to get this first volume out. So we're essentially releasing it as an original graphic novel. Yeah, the Kickstarter now is for all three issues collected, whether it's digital or physical.
That's awesome. Do you have a trade set up for it? Or is that what this is?
That's exactly what this is.
Yeah. Okay.
We're doing it in a trade paperback form. It is obviously it's split up because it was originally intended to be a 3-issue micro series. So there's nice little breaks in between. But yeah, we're just gonna release it as a trade paperback.
But that makes it 2 arcs basically in one trade, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's bad. I mean, that's great. I'm sure people will enjoy that. Maybe same amount of pages, but double the story. That's awesome.
There you go.
So, what are some of the rewards on Kickstarter that you're most excited to be able to share with fans right now?
So it's been super interesting, man. This one is our experimental Kickstarter. We launched under the intention of doing digital only. So we had we did 2 levels, just digital and digital deluxe. The deluxe has the script book and has more backing material and all that stuff. But I kept getting emails and tweets that said, I would love to back, but I would rather I'd rather have it physical. You know, if you could do it physically, if you could do it physically, if you could do physical prints, you know, I'll back it then. So we added a physical thing. We said, whatever, we'll do a physical tier. So we only have 3 tiers, really. I originally anticipated doing a lot more. We have a cool Kenner inspired action figure mold of the main character of that brand. I mean, we were initially going to do that, but then we shifted to digital only, so we scrapped those ideas. So we might bring the action figure back at some point. So that would be cool. But this is a super lightweight. It was built to be lightweight because we just wanted it to be a quick 2-week campaign. And that's morphed into a physical, but I don't think we'll probably drop anything else.
Yeah.
Unless I change my mind tomorrow.
Which could happen. Hey, guys, you heard it here first. He's easily malleable. So if there's something you want on there, bug him and maybe you'll get that.
I bend to peer pressure so easily, man.
So fast.
Just tweet me real quick. You know, 1 tweet's all it takes.
Right? No, but that's pretty great. And like when you think about comic fans, I have found manipulation. I try. So one thing I have noticed with comic fans, it's not that they all love or that most of them love physical. It's that whichever way they read their comics, they're very stuck to that. So like as a physical reader, I'm not excited to read digitals. I will read them. And certainly that's how I get most of them as I'm working on them and editing in them and such. So it's easy enough. But I know that like most people who have been with physical and love physical, they stick with it. Same with digital. So I think it was a really good idea anyways, having the 2 versions. Yeah. I think you'll probably do a lot better.
No, for sure. We're already experiencing that. I think we've doubled. I think we only have like 16 backers so far. But we doubled that overnight just since we did introduce
that's great
campaign. So yeah, it's we just want to get this story out there, man. Chuck, you know how long it takes to make comics. You know, we've been sitting.
And you guys have put out a lot.
Yeah, we've been sitting on this story so damn long. We just want to get this, you know, introductory arc out into the public. So once it's funded, we can release it and move on to volume 2.
No, that's awesome. Seriously. Yeah, and I love it because you, like I said, you have such a pantheon of characters from the stuff on Shit Show to Keepers of the Cosmos. I know you and I worked on one called Knock. Like you've got all sorts. Do you have a favorite of your heroes? Like I know they're your kids, but do you have one where you're just like, I think this is the one, man?
It changes. I mean, it depends, man. It changes, and that's I let my kind of favorites of the moment kind of dictate how I write. You know, I'll dabble in the keeper's corner for a little bit and kind of plot out future issues or take down, you know, make a bullet point list of what I want to see. Or if you know, I want to get spooky, I have a mini anthology. Could you call it an anthology? I don't know. It's like it's an homage to EC Comics. I would say EC Comics of old, but EC Comics are back now. So it's kind of an homage to that, but with the superhero tinge to it, I guess. It's called House of Haunts. It's my pitch to everyone. My X meets Y is the Universal Monsters meets Mortal Kombat. It's like all the horror monsters and a tournament to the fight to the death. But that's coming sometime. You know, yeah, I go with the flow, man. To answer your question, no, I don't have a favorite. I have bunches of favorites.
Okay.
I have some characters I hate writing. which is
Okay. We won't necessarily focus on those,
yeah. Let's not focus on those.
right? Who sucks?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and he's excited with the Universal Monsters.
There you go. Yeah, man. Sign up. I don't even know my Substack. It's meltdownpress.substack.com.
There you go.
So sign up there, and you'll know when that launches.
Good stuff, man. Well, and of course, you guys can also follow along on the Kickstarter. Check it out. And that means that as he does new things, like bringing out the Monsters book, you'll be, I'm sure he'll let you know as a backer. And remember, guys, you can back for as little as $1. Even $1 helps an awful lot because everyone who follows you on Kickstarter will be notified, hey, you put money into this. So everybody make sure, like we always say, share it around, show it off. And if you do want the information, throw in $1. Buck can't hurt you, and it's paid advertising for the book. It helps a lot. So yeah, I've never, the one time I was annoyed by a $1 pledge was when the person took the pledge back, and I was like, it's $1. What are you doing, man? Like, you never know what the reason was, but still, I was like, dude, it's $1.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm thrilled every time I see the backer number go up. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah,
I should focus on the total more, but man, I love the backer.
Actually, that back account's so important. Like, it truly is. Like, I mean, I know people get really excited about the money, but I've seen ones with massive amounts of bank with very lower pledge count, and makes you go, okay, so what? Like, did your parents throw in hundreds of dollars? Like, what's going on? So yeah, I think like the higher backer count can, and dude, it's also like every time you see a new backer, that's a new fan, So yeah,
wholeheartedly.
no, yeah, I think that's awesome. Taunt needed that. Eddie says, I apologize for doing that, Chuck. But in my defense, the stripper was hot and needed that $1 more. Fair. That's okay.
Know.
See, and
that's
I just needed to know the reason. And you're lucky you did that in the States. Because if you give the stripper $1 here in Canada, it's a coin. And the chicks do not like getting coins. I think that's why they love now that our lowest bill is a $5 bill. Like that's great for them, but
have
not so much
for that. Just in case.
What's that?
You think they have workers' comp in case someone throws $1 coin at their head?
I'm betting. I mean, actually, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Like, we're in Canada. We're fairly socialist. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yes.
Right? Like they probably, write the plastic off and everything. Any changes. Write it off on my taxes. It's a business expense.
There you go.
I would love that, man. I would love to be able to have like a liposuction and then being like, yeah, because comic editors don't need to be so fat.
I love when comics Twitter has, every so often there's like a text thread that pops up and everyone says what they write off. And the one I was surprised someone was writing off movie tickets for research purposes, all sorts of stuff, man. Just, you could do whatever the heck you want, man.
Right?
Your poll list,
absolutely. I love
research.
Steven Vendetta says, but coins fit nicely in the slot. Oh, Steve. We love you, man. And look how quickly this goes down. Dude, I'm like, seriously, would you say that this is, if we're talking about other comic series, is this sort of like Guardians of the Galaxy-esque? Is this like the Riotverse version of that? Or is it more just an homage to the overall cosmic comics?
I would say if you took the Guardians of the Galaxy and made a Saturday morning adult cartoon after it, if that makes sense. It has, Ryan Otley Invincible vibes. It has, I would say it's rated R because we don't swear. We skirt around the swearing by using space swear words.
Oh, I
And
love
all the
that.
blood is green and things of that nature. There's certain situations. Yeah, I would say it's probably a harder PG-13. I mean, it
Yeah,
opens up with a particular scene that could probably get find its way into a PG-13 movie today.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy by way of a Saturday morning cartoon with an adult.
I like
Um,
that.
yeah,
Well, and I love the idea of you creating your own swear words because you're like, and I know that sounds silly as a guy, but as a guy who loves swearing, I feel like it just adds so much lore. Like when BSG started doing frack, you know,
mhm,
for the first little while, I was like, that's lame. And then eventually they're like, mother fracker. And you're like, ooh, I felt that. They're
yeah.
like, that dude was really mad. And so, like, eventually you buy into it. And so I really like, I love that you got into that. And that I think that's a really good way to go, especially for something like what you're doing. So, yeah.
I have a list somewhere, man. So I try to make a Bible for each of my um, titles, just to jot down ideas and all that stuff. And I have somewhere just a list of this swear word equals this swear word, and this swear
Yeah.
word equals this swear word. And I always like feared losing that, like it blowing out on the street or something, and then like whoever picked it up would think I'm insane. Like, what the hell is this piece of paper? But yeah, somewhere there's a riot verse dictionary of sorts of which swear words are what. But
Yeah. No, dude, that's, yeah, you can get your own urban dictionary of
yeah,
sorts. Dude, that's freaking awesome. I love it. Can you give us another pitch? Really sell it for everybody. Guys, I would love it if you sat down, you listened to what this young man has to say about Keepers of the Cosmos.
so here is the elevator pitch I'm using on the Keepers Kickstarter page. A rugged teddy bear is wrongfully imprisoned in an interstellar dungeon, forcing his friends on a raucous road trip across the cosmos. It's
Dude,
about the main character, or the main character of this story at least, is an alien called Lemon Drop, and he's half unicorn, half teddy bear. Think of him as if Rob Liefeld did a Care Bears comic line, and that's who Lemon Drop is, and he
so Lemon Drop
convinces
doesn't have
his
feet?
old. What's that?
So Lemon Drop doesn't have feet?
It's funny. He wasn't supposed to, but we gave him feet. We did a short story in Shit Show Volume One where he didn't have feet. He was
That's
walking around
funny.
on nubs,
That's
and
hilarious.
he evolves. All of a sudden, he has feet and Keepers of the Cosmos. Um, there's a continuity error for you editors out there. But yeah, man, it's I love space stories. Um, this is, I don't want to say it's, I mean, it's, for space stories, it is relatively tame too. It's not super crazy, fourth world type stuff.
Mhm.
But it expands the ride very substantially. There's a bunch of fun Easter eggs to everyone who read Shit Show or any of my previous Kickstarters as well. Um, yeah, man, I love that. 'Cause I love having, you can put these Easter eggs in, but it doesn't really impact the overall story. The stories all stand on their own.
Yeah.
But there's fun little Easter eggs to reward people for reading my stuff.
Dude, that's freaking awesome. Um, I mean, I really appreciate you coming on. Do you mind telling us, everyone? I know you brought an awesome gift package. Do you mind
Yeah.
telling everyone what you brought for our winner today?
So the package is a digital comics bundle of, it's a Riotverse catch up bundle. It has the 3 issues of Shit Show. It has Knock #1. It has Shit Show Shorts #1. It has Moonspawn #0. Um, and I think I'm forgetting something. But pretty much everything I've ever written and released so far is going to be. Oh, thank you. Can you see him? There's him smiling. That was his first
No,
ever smile, and we got it on camera, luckily, in the hospital room. And then
that's so
there's
cute.
him on a walk. Elliot Rand. We named him after the immortal Iron Fist. So
Oh, I love that.
yeah. So the prize package is a whole bunch of cool Rideverse comics.
So I'm looking at because you did send me it. Like you said, Shit Show 1 through 3, Knock, Moonspawn, the shorts, and then Wicked Salvation.
Oh, yes, Wicked Salvation. I forgot about that.
So that's a really good bundle. And that's, again, what I was saying earlier, I really love about your universe is that you really have kind of pulled your own Marvel or DC universe as far as you're getting the different levels and all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm really digging it a lot. So, dude, it's cool. I think you're doing some really good stuff, man. I hope everyone checks out what you're doing.
Thank you. Yeah, please do. Even if you don't want to back the campaign, follow along, and maybe a story you'll like comes up sometime.
Right, and everybody, please remember, share it around. He was nice enough to share this awesome prize with today's winner. So all we ask is share it back and show it off, and show this guy that being here is worth it. So thank you so much, Adam. I appreciate you coming on, man.
Oh, Chuck, thanks for having me, man. Anytime.
Dude, not a problem. Give some love to the kiddo and to that lovely lady of yours. And I hope all of us get a chance to pop into Meltdown.
Yeah, thanks, you too. They were coming back in. I was wondering if they wanted to say hi.
They're more than welcome, of course.
Do you want to say hi? He is in a... Can you say hi? There's my wife. There he is.
What's up, Elliot? Are we already trying to dress him up in superhero stuff?
He's not talking about comics. You do this all day,
right?
But no, thanks, Chuck, for having me.
I was so happy to do it, man. You have a good one, and I'm excited to hear what else comes out from you guys, and we'll definitely have you on another time.
Awesome, thanks, man.
Sweet. All right, everybody. This has been awesome. Sitting here, hanging out with Adam Barnhart. Make sure to check out all of his goodness on the Kickstarter. Link is below, and we will see all of you guys with some awesome trivia right after these messages.
Twitch, it's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there, too.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
So, the show is called The Geek Chat. And really, there's just a couple of geeks.
I'm Rich.
I'm Dez.
And we are your hosts for this weekly guide into comic bookery and all the geeky stuff that goes with it.
And that pretty much says it all. They talk about the latest movies and shows.
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. Overall, D+ movie.
So the end. Did you know who that is?
That's She-Ra, yeah.
Yes.
The new #1 comics of the week.
We rep Samuel Jackson and we rep Mace Windu.
I passed on this. I was like...
No regrets.
No regrets. I really wanted to like this book. I really did. Like, I really did.
And just chat with each other. And with you.
Oh, Daniel says, I dosed off with the first one. I have zero interest in the Joker Harley ship, not Harley herself. Enjoy, not for me. Yeah, this movie's gonna be rough for me to sit through, I'll be honest.
The Geek Chat, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just a couple of honest geeks.
Let's be honest. Come on.
And that is why people watch us, because we're honest.
Giving their honest opinions.
And the thing you always have to remember about the internet is everyone has an opinion, and they all suck.
part of the experience.
You'll make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
What's up, everybody? So good to have you guys back. Talking Treats Trivia here. We're on to the trivia part. Of course, we got to sit down with the awesome Adam Barnhart. Please make sure to go check out that Kickstarter of his, Keepers of Cosmos. It looks like a phenomenal book. I have worked on his books before. I have done some editing for it, and I love what he's doing. I really do. So I really can't find the word. I almost said abhor, but no, I beg you, check it out because it really is awesome stuff. One thing I wanted to address though before we move on to the trivia is actually Eddie brought up something. He said, "So creators, don't get insulted if you just contribute $1 or $2. I was always afraid they'd take it as an insult because a lot of time I'd like to back them, just not that particular book." So, dude, quite the opposite. And that's not just me being a very optimistic person, which I can be, but $1 for me, like for most of us, when we get $1, it means I'm interested in supporting you, but this particular product either isn't for me or I just don't have the money, but I do want to be connected to what you're doing. And so what that also does is down the road when they have more materials, like something like someone like Adam who has all these different things, you may go, Cosmos stuff, it's not for me, but I love horror. So when he brings out his horror stuff, I want to be notified. Well, this connects you to him. So now he will, when he does another Kickstarter, say for his horror stuff, he will message everyone else on that Kickstarter who pledged, whether they pledged $500 or $1, and they'll all be told about this new one. So yeah, in fact, pledging for $1 is totally viable, and we really appreciate it. You know, obviously, when there's something that you really want, jump on in. But yeah, man, $1 is very helpful, and especially if you have followers on Kickstarter, like if people are following you, then every time you pledge, everyone else sees it. So yeah, we love it and we appreciate it. Yeah, no problem, man. And for all the rest of you, let me know that you're here. I'm gonna do trivia, just me and you guys, and we're gonna get us a winner of that awesome Riot Verse pack. So I think we need to make this happen. It's always weird. Yeah, no, it's not like tipping a penny at all. But thank you for asking, Eddie. I really appreciate it. All right, why don't we try question number 1? This is a tough one, and I'm going to help as best I can. But we're talking about galaxy stuff, right? How many Earths could fit in the sun? How many Earths could fit in the sun? It was a good question. Yeah, no, it was a great question. I really appreciate him asking, and I'm glad you guys asked as well. 69. Okay, Lorena, you're going for those funny points, and it will get you. But guys, the number is significantly higher. Like, yeah, Steve Vendetta, 2,000, great. Still way higher. It's a big number, bigger than we can imagine. Lorena, really close. Eddie, you went over, but you know, you're a lot closer than someone who's saying 2,000, right? So, well, maybe not, but still, you're playing in the right arena now. We're talking millions or million. Stephen Denton 1.5. All right, if I don't have anyone else closer than 1.5, I am gonna give you the 3, but it is yeah. So you're close with 1.5. Oh, Eddie goes 1.4. This is some we know exactly where this is. And $1. 1.4 is closer. Lorena, you're great. I think I'm gonna call it in just a minute. Just because we have lots of questions today, right? Or the same amount as normal. I'm gonna price exactly. It is the Price is Right logic. $1. Yeah, exactly. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Steve. He did get closest right away, so I'm gonna go Steve Vendetta and then Lorena. So Vendetta's gonna get the 3, Lorena's gonna get the 2, and then I'll make sure that everyone else gets 1. Guys, it is 1.3 million Earths that can fit in 1.38. That's great, Eddie. 1.3 million Earths can fit in the sun, which is nuts. Ilyana, I'm gonna make sure you have a point. Thank you. Yeah. So geez, that's a lot. Question 2. We were talking about Keepers of the Cosmos, and I told you it had a Guardians feel. Just it's gonna fit in Uranus. Oh, Eddie. Oh, that's so good. You know what? I don't give a shit what anyone says. Uranus jokes are just the best. That's no mood. Oh, yeah, you guys are on fire today. I love it. In what year were the Guardians of the Galaxy introduced in the comics? I was not aware of this. I didn't know how far back they went. I've had that tea going all day. I accidentally grabbed, I usually put a fair amount of sugar in there, and today I put the stevia. And when you don't know that you're going to have stevia, just threw me off for the day. So it's been forever. Let's look and see. 75. Okay. So 85 is a little recent. Is that a correct answer right there already? Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay, we do have a correct answer. So we got 3 points, and right behind is 2. So yeah, way to go. All right. Make 2. Got the 3 points, and Vendetta got the 2 because it was indeed 1969. So good job, everybody. 1970. Yeah, see? And it was a summer. Yeah. Look, Brian Adams, he knows exactly what he's talking about. And you could almost say 68, actually, because it came out in 69, like January of 69. So, it would have been like set up and all that kind of stuff a year ahead of time, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Which member of the Avengers had a brief stint as a pop star? Now, of course, we're talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the actual actors. So which one of the MCU actors had a brief stint as a pop star? And of course, this is one of the main ones. We're not talking about like a Nathan Fillion who's done some little bit parts and stuff. So no, not Hugh Jackman. He's done Dazzler. Yeah, if Dazzler was in Robin Sparkles, okay. So we're talking about the actors. I'm such a fan of the smart ass answers. You guys are so great. So MCU actors, and well, okay, this one is a cosmic character, I would say. So it ties into our cosmic theme. So maybe that'll help you a little bit. Patrick Stewart, nope. Cosmic character. That'll be my next little assistant. Doctor Strange guy, not the Doctor Strange guy. And I would have given that to you, by the way, Matt. Make 2. I don't expect everyone to automatically know the names. Not Jeremy Renner, not Star Fox guy, not RDJ. You're doing great though, guys. It's a female. Cosmic and female. Renner was a makeup artist. That's right, hon. I forgot about that. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, he was. I forgot all about that. Huh. I'm glad you brought that up. That's a good one to remember. He did play Rockstar in House MD. That's true. And good job. Not ScarJo. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. She's had starred in one movie named after herself, and she had a second one where she shared credits with 2 other heroes. That one should pretty much give it to you. Bam. Okay. So Ilyana's going to get the 3. And who's going to come in for the 2 points? Eddie. He wants it to, and I'll make sure that everybody else gets a point. That's right, Brie Larson. Was a okay. There I am. Good. I was gone for a second. I missed me. Okay. We were talking to Adam, and he has a new baby. He has a little, and you guys all seem to really enjoy the little kiddo. So I thought I would ask, according to Time Magazine, what was the top male baby name for 2023? See, I did, Eddie. I said your name. So it's hard to. It's a 4-letter name. It's usually considered fairly British, I would say, but certainly, it's been the top name though for like 5 years in a row, which is really weird. Not Bryson. Eddie's a good guess. Okay. Yeah, wow. So we did get it. Ileana again gets the 3 points. 1, 2, 3, and Eddie gets the 2. I'm going to make sure that everybody else gets a point. That's right, folks. It's Liam, not Noah. Yeah, Liam. Nicely done, Liam. So good job, everybody. That's not an easy one. It's just not. It's not at all. And I'm sticking with that. Okay. Question 5. We're playing for that big prize. There's like 6. There's like 10 comics in there or something. Like it's a big prize. So, which band recently announced a tour since calling it quits in 2009? And there is a little bit of clue. Actually, I will say that there is a clue hidden in one of the previous questions. Oh yeah, and you guys jumped on that one pretty quick. I like that. Someone's been keeping up with things. 1, 2, 3. Lorena gets her 2. We'll make sure that everyone else gets their point. Yeah, that's right, folks. It is indeed Oasis, not Def Leppard. They're gonna fight. Oh yeah. No, I'm not a huge Oasis fan, but I am watching just for the bloodbath. I'm interested in that. That's what I'm here for all day long. All right, gang. Thank you so much. We're going to be right back after these messages for more awesome trivia and, of course, that sweet prize bet. We'll see you in just a minute.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it.
Ask your local comic shop to add Battle Quest comics to your pull list today.
By this time in our journey, we had been on the trail of a very elusive creature for about 96 hours. But all the hard work is about to pay off. Oh, crikey, there she is. Oh, by the markings, I'd say this one's at least a 9.8. Oh, she's a real beauty. A true mint copy. Oh, this one will make a fine slab on anyone's display wall. Oh, she's a feisty one, though. Look out, look out!
Mint Hunter Comics is the place to find that mint comic you've been searching for. Mint Hunter Comics, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, part of the experience.
snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
All right, gang. We are here, ready to continue. I did have some interesting stuff come up though in the comments. So we're gonna mention it real quick. Stuck me on the wonder wall. That's really good. Make Two asked, was that first question referring to flat Earths or round Earths? Actually, not a bad question at all, man. That was about I guess it was the full round Earths. So it was the idea of the area that the Earth takes up. They could do that 1.3 million times inside the sun. So yeah, it is a full round Earth. So if I offended any flat earthers, I don't give a shit. And Steve Vendetta, thank you. There have definitely been some books that have been lost in the shuffle as things have been going on. Everybody, please, if you remember something that you're missing, hit me up, send me a message. No, I'm glad you asked though, Mig, too. It's a good question, funny and good. Please hit me up. Wendy is not a part of the team sadly anymore. She just found that Wednesdays were becoming too busy. So I'm gonna have to take care of it, which means I'm gonna have to go back over it. So any information you could get to me would be awesome. So register there, but also if there's old stuff that you're missing, let me know and I will do my best to track that down and get that to you. So thank you for bringing it up. I really do appreciate it. We're gonna try to do a couple more questions so we can crown today's winner. The internet blew up today with the first look at what Marvel movie hero. I'm certain you guys are going to jump all over this and you're going to know. So I know that you guys, we know this one. And I was excited because he looked good. He looked good. Like, yeah. Not Superman. Not today. Not that I know of. Unless I'm wrong. Nope. It was a Marvel superhero, by the way. Not Morbius. Really? Does no one else know it? I'm surprised we're not getting an Eddie. Well, think about what movies are coming out soon from Marvel. And that should, nope, I'm wrong. And that should help you. What movies are we seeing soon? And then you'll be able to be like, oh, cool. Which character, would we need to see? Not werewolf. It's one of the, okay, it's the first, is it? Yeah, it's the first superhero team, I believe, from Marvel, Paste Pot Pete. Okay. I can't believe I'm just so surprised. No, well, Venom, we've seen looks of Venom before. So no, not him. Not X-23. Okay, so Make Two, you're on the right team. You got the right team. So which character from that? No, Oyana, I love me some X-23. So it is one of the Fantastic Four. There we are. Okay, so Vendetta got the 3 on that one. 1, 2, 3. And let's see who gets the 2 points. I'm excited. Not Invisible Girl. Ilyana gets the 2. 1, 2. Okay, yep, it is Thing. So I'm going to make sure everyone else gets their points. Bam. Thing. Nicely done, folks. Way to go. I'm going to do one more, and then I think we're going to have to head because we got another show on right after us. Comics 360 is going to be awesome tonight, so please make sure to check it out. In what year did the term meltdown become an official part of the language? Maybe sooner than you think. In what year? And of course, I'll do closest. So within 5. Steve, but Invisible One was standing right in front of him. That's so good. You're the one who got the point, though. Why are you arguing? Not 84, not 99. Guys, considerably earlier. In the same century. Same century, but earlier. No, not Y2K. Yeah, 1983 again, way too recent. This is definitely further back in that same century. Meltdown, of course, we're talking about nuclear meltdown. and then also the melting down of metals and whatnot. So 55, 47, so earlier than those. Surprisingly, even earlier. 42, yeah. Okay, so I just got one that's off by a year. So I'm going to give that person the 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And then whoever else gets within the 5. Okay, and then Lorena is going to get the 2 points. I'm going to make sure that everybody else gets a point. It was in 1922, folks. That's right. 1922 is when the word meltdown officially hit the English dictionary. So, dude, how cool is that? And of course, from Meltdown Comics, which is where our Kickstarter came from today. Please, everyone, go check out Keepers of the Cosmos on Kickstarter right now. It's really awesome, and I know you guys are going to have a great time. Even if you can only pledge $1, I know Adam would appreciate it. Make sure also, if you're in Iowa, check out Meltdown Comics. Today's winner is Ileana. Ileana, she's got a pack coming to her. Congratulations, son. Way to go. Guys, so good seeing all of you guys. We're going to keep this up, and we're going to keep bringing you all sorts of awesome trivia and books, and it's going to be wonderful. Thank you for coming here on the EXP. For my dude, JD, who is absolutely awesome with me every week, and of course, to all of you. My name is Chuck, and I can't swear because I said shit show several times. Have a good one, everybody. See you next week.
Join the party. Head over to our Linktree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.